I will show you how you can create an AI WhatsApp chatbot without writing any code. WhatsApp is used by over 2 billion people every month, and for most of them it is the preferred channel of communication. And as a business, you want to serve your customers on their preferred channel. And we can do that at scale by using a WhatsApp chatbot. So in this video, I will show you how you can create a customer support chatbot on WhatsApp that automatically answers questions about a business. And I will guide you step by step. So I will show you what chat automation tool you should use, how you can create your own WhatsApp automations, and how you can add AI that is trained on your own data so that it automatically answers questions about your business. And at the end, I will even give you the template for free so you don't have to build it out yourself and you can just copy and paste it. But if you're new to the channel, my name is Joran and I'm the founder of Chatbot. And at Chatbot, we are inspiring over 50,000 people every month to create chat automations that generate more leads, boost revenue, and reduce costs. And we are working with businesses from small to large and in any industry. So if you just follow the steps in this tutorial, it will work for your business as well. So here's what we're going to build. We are going to build a customer support chatbot for an e-commerce business. And by using this chatbot, the e-commerce business can automatically answer questions on WhatsApp even when they're not working. And this can actually save a lot of time and money because they don't need to manually reply to questions. And at the same time, it is also better for the customer because the customer get an immediate response to their question instead of waiting until someone is available. And this chatbot will also be trained on a knowledge-based document. So this knowledge-based document contains information about returns, about warranties, about delivery times, and we can train the chatbot on it so that it can automatically answer questions about it. So let's dive in. So the first step that you need to do to create your WhatsApp chatbot is to buy a new phone number. And even if you have used WhatsApp Business before on your phone, you still need to buy a new phone number. And this is actually recommended by WhatsApp themselves because there are often problems when you want to connect an existing WhatsApp number to a WhatsApp chatbot. So you need to buy a new number, and I just recommend go to a local telecom provider and buy a new prepaid number. And this number should be able to receive text messages because we need to verify it later on. So you just need to buy a new phone number. And if you want to get started quickly, I actually recommend buying an eSIM. So an eSIM is a digital SIM card that you can just buy online and then you can just use it immediately. But your phone needs to have that function because it's a new function. Not all phones have it, so you need to check that as well. So that's actually the first step. You need to buy a new phone number. And the second step that we need to do is we need to create a free Manychat account. And Manychat is the chatbot platform that we are going to use to create our WhatsApp chatbot. And I have used Manychat for the last 4 years for almost all of my clients. And I use them because they're very easy to use. Even if you don't have any experience with chatbots, you can get started immediately. They are a no-code platform, so we can create chatbots without writing any code. And they're fairly cheap. They offer a free plan, but they also have a pay plan, which already starts at $15 a month. So what you need to do is you need to go to chatbot.com/MC. And I always will also add this link in the description. And then here you need to click on Get Started, click on WhatsApp, and then click on Continue with Facebook. So I already have a Manychat account, so now it will go by default to my own Manychat account. And now I only have to go to the correct page. So that's Chatbot Test. And then once you are logged in, you can click on Settings and you can click on WhatsApp. And then here we need to click on Connect and then click on Connect My Own Number. And this will open up a new tab which goes to Facebook. So here we can click on Continue as Joran. Then you can click on Get Started. And the first thing that you need to do is we need to create a Meta business account. And I already have a Meta business account, so that's why it's already here. And if you have created a Facebook page before, you also have a Meta business account. But if you don't have it, you can just click here on create a business account. And then you need to fill in your business name, your email, your business website, the country you're in, and possibly an address. And it's very important that the business name is equal to the actual name of your business, like the actual registered name. And WhatsApp is really strict on this, so you must set this correctly. So right now I will just go with Chatbot test. And I do this because it's in a tutorial, but normally this wouldn't work because Chatbot test is not an actual business. WhatsApp is too strict, so you need to have an actual business to do this. So we do this, we can click on next. And then we need to choose our WhatsApp business account. So I already have a WhatsApp business account, so that's why it's there. But if you don't, you can just click on create a WhatsApp business account, then click on next. And then here you need to fill in the name, fill in the display name, your time zone, your category, and your business description. So this is important because also the display name needs to be the same as the name of your business. Again, WhatsApp is really strict, so please do it because otherwise they will just block you. You cannot use this. So once you've done that, you can just click on next. I will go back because I already have a business account. And then we can set up our WhatsApp business profile. And the WhatsApp business profile is what people actually will see on WhatsApp when they click on your profile. So it's really important that you set the right information here. So we can just click on next. And then here we need to fill in the display name. So in my case is Chatbot test. And again, that needs to be the same as the name of your business. Then we have the category. So the category in my case will be education. The business description, so learn to create chat automations for any business. The website is Chatbot, and then we can just click on next. And then as a next step, we need to fill in the phone number that we bought before. So here we can just fill in my country, which is in my case the Netherlands, and I can just fill in the rest of my phone number. And then here you need to select how you want to verify your number. So we're going to choose for text message, and then you need to click on next. And what Facebook will do now is that it will send a text message to your phone number, and you need to fill in the verification code. Once you have done that, your Manychat account is basically created, and we can start with creating our WhatsApp chatbot. I already did this, so I will just go back right now and I will go to the account that I already added before. So I will just go to Chatbot. And then we'll go to settings and go to WhatsApp. And then here you will see that everything is connected correctly. So here you have my number, here you have the messaging limit. And basically what's really important is that the number status is connected and the account status is approved. If either of those is not the case, it could be that your account is not connected correctly. So if that happens with you, I recommend just doing the steps again. So once you have connected Manychat to your phone number for WhatsApp, we can start with creating our actual WhatsApp chatbot. And the first thing that we are going to do is we're going to create our greeting message. So the greeting message is the message that people will get when they greet your chatbot. So when they say hey or hi or hello, you actually want to send them the greeting message. So we can do that by just going to automation, click on new automation. And then the first thing that you actually want to do is you want to click on these three dots here and then click on rename, because then we can give the automation a name so we can easily find it back inside our Manychat account. So I'll just call this WhatsApp greeting message, click on rename. And then each automation in Manychat consists of a trigger or one or multiple triggers and the content of the flow. And the trigger is the event that starts your automation. And in this case, we want to start our automation when somebody greets our chatbot. So in order to do that, we can just click on new trigger, choose for WhatsApp, and then click on user sends a message with a keyword. And then we can say if the message contains hey, or the message contains hi, or the message contains hello, then we are going to start this automation. So we can just click on create here, and then we can determine the content of our automation. So here we can just click on WhatsApp, and now we need to determine the content of our first message. And in your greeting message, you actually want to do 5 things. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to greet the user. Then you want to tell them that they are talking to a digital assistant or to a chatbot, because that sets the right expectations. Then you want to tell them that you're going to try to answer their question, but if you don't know the answer, they can always get support from a human. Then you want to ask them what their question is about, And lastly, you want to say to them what they need to do and also provide a couple of options so we can guide them inside the conversation. So our greeting message will be, and I will just copy this from my second screen. So our greeting message will be, hey, I'm the digital assistant of e-commerce biz. I will try to answer your question. If I don't know the answer, I can always connect you with a support agent. What is your question about? Please click on one of the buttons or just type in your question below. And then here we want to provide two buttons. So here I'm going to provide a button for return policy. And I'm going to provide another button for order status. And these are actually two questions that are asked a lot to e-commerce businesses. So one is like, what is your return policy? And the other one is, okay, what is the status of my order? So when they click on return policy, we're just going to give them the return policy. And if they ask for the order status, then we're going to ask for their email, ask for their order number, and then we're going to connect them with one of our support agents. So what we're going to do here is we're going to connect the return policy button to a new WhatsApp message. And inside this WhatsApp message, we will just state our return policy. So I will just copy this again from my second screen. And we're going to say, at e-commerce biz, you always have the option of returning your order within 14 days after delivery. Make sure that the products have not been worn and have all tags attached and stuff like that. So that's like a very simple thing that we can do. With the order status, we're going to do something more difficult because we're going to ask for information from the user and store that information inside Manychat. So what we can do is we can connect it to another message. And then inside this message, we're going to say, to look up the status of your order, I need your email address and order number. So first we're going to ask for their email address, and once we got that, we're going to ask for their order number. And in order to do that, we're going to use the user input element. So by using the user input element in Manychat, we can just ask a question and store their answer in a Manychat field, and then we can use that Manychat field in our automations. So what we can do here is we can say, what is your email? Then the reply type should be email. This needs to be checked both. And what Manychat will do, because the reply type is email, is it will automatically validate that email address. So it will check if the provided email address is actually an email address. And if that's true, then we just go further with the flow. If it's not true, then it will say the retry message. So then it will say automatically, please enter a correct email address. Then you also have the skip button text. You actually want to remove this because what this does is that if someone says skip, then they can skip this question. We don't want that because they need to fill in the email because otherwise we cannot look up the status of the order. So they need to fill in their email. So that's the first thing. So we are going to ask for their email and save it in Manychat. And then as a next step, we are going to ask for their order number. So we can just remove this first block and then add the user input element again. And then we're going to say, thanks, and what is your order number? And then we set the reply type to text, and we're going to save the response to a custom field. So in Manychat, we can add unlimited custom fields where we can just store information from the people that are talking to our chatbot. So in this case, we're going to create a new custom field called order number, and we will save the order number in there. So we can just click on this and type in order number. Then we can click on user fields, fill in the name, which is order number, the type is text, and then we can just click on create. So now if someone answers this question, it will be saved to the field order number. So we have done this. And then as a last message here, we want to say that we're going to connect them with one of the support agents. So we can say, thank you. One of our agents will contact you as soon as possible over the status of your order. And I think this will be about the status of your order. Exactly. So the last thing that you want to do here is you actually want to add multiple actions because you want to notify your customer support team that there's a new question. So what you can do is as a next step, we can add an action. And then inside this action, you can click on live chat and you can mark the conversation as open. So in Manychat, we have two types of conversations. We have closed conversations and we have open conversations. Closed conversations are conversations that are handled by your chatbot, and open conversations are conversations that are handled by your support agents. So in this case, you want to mark the conversation as open. Then as a next step, we want to add another action choose live chat again, and then click on assign the conversation. So now we can assign the conversation to a specific team member or to a specific group of team members. So for now, I'll just go with myself. And then lastly, we are going to click on live chat again and click on notify SMEs. So what you can do here is you can notify the people that are assigned, or you can notify your whole team. So you can just enable this for one or multiple persons. I will only do me for now, but just know that it is possible. And you also have like a notification text. So what we can do here, and I will just remove this, is what we can add is we can say someone has a question about the status of that order, and then we can actually, I will just remove this, and then we can click on this, or you can just type in a bracket and then type in email. And then here it is the email. So it also directly shows the email that the user provided. And we can do the same thing for the order number. So here we have the order number and we can state it over here. So the last thing that we actually need to do is we need to set it live. And now our greeting message is working. And the next step is to add AI to our WhatsApp chatbot. And Manychat doesn't have built-in AI, so that's why we're going to use Chatbase. Chatbase is an AI tool that you can use to train your chatbot on your own custom data. And if you haven't used it before, what you can do is you can just go to chatbot.com/cb, and this will bring you directly to the Chatbase website. And then here you can just click on build your chatbot. I already did this, so I will just go to my chatbots and then click on my test chatbot. And what I did here is that I trained this chatbot on this document. So this document contains information about returns, it contains information about delivery, it contains information about warranty. So what I did is I trained my chatbot in Chatbase on this specific document, as you can see over here. And now we can ask questions about that document to this chatbot. So we can say, what are your delivery times? Then it says, okay, if you create an order before 3 o'clock, it will be shipped. We can say, okay, how can I track my order? Then it says, yes, you can track your order. When your order is shipped from a warehouse, you will receive an email with a track and trace link. So Chatbase can actually automatically answer a lot of questions about this single document. And what we need to do is that every time someone asks a question in our WhatsApp chatbot, we're going to send over that question to Chatbase. Then Chatbase provides the answer to the question, and we need to send that answer back to Manychat, and then Manychat is going to send that on WhatsApp. And we are going to create that integration via Make. And Make is an integration platform that you can use to create integrations between applications. And the benefit of using Make is that it is a no-code platform. So you can create really advanced integrations with no code, and it's very easy to use. So if you haven't used Make before, what you can do is you can just go to chatamize.com/make. And this will bring you directly to the Make website, and here you get 1 month of the Pro plan for free. So you can just sign up for it and do it for free. And I actually have a complete step-by-step tutorial on how you can connect Manychat to Chatbase via Make, and this video will probably appear over here. So if you have watched this video, I highly recommend going to that video as well, because it provides a step-by-step tutorial on how you can do that. In this video, I will just use that integration and show you how you can do that as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to Manychat, and in Manychat, we're going to set up our default reply. So if we go to Manychat, we go to settings, we go to WhatsApp, and here we have the default reply. And the default reply in Manychat is the automation that triggers when no other automation is triggered. So basically, when somebody asks a question to our WhatsApp chatbot and it is not a greeting, then this automation will trigger. So what we can do is we can just click on select existing, and then I can select the WhatsApp default reply. And I already created this automation, and you can basically do the same by downloading my template and then selecting the right automation as well. So we can click on this, click on pick this automation, then we can click here, click on edit. And there are a few things that are important with this flow. So the first thing is the trigger. So this trigger needs to be set to every time. So every time a user asks a question, it will trigger this automation. Then in the first step, we're going to save the text input to a custom field. So the last text input is the question that someone asked, and we are going to save that input to the user field chat-based question. And this user field is similar to the field that we created before, like the order status field. This field is very simpler. It's just like a text field inside Manychat. And then lastly, we are going to send the question to Chatbase via Make. And I will just show you how that scenario looks like in Make. So in Make, we are getting the data from Manychat. Then we send a request to Chatbase. So we ask a question here like, what are your delivery times? But then via their API. Then we get the answer from Chatbase. We set that answer in a custom field. And then we are going to send a flow that contains that answer. So if I go back to Manychat, click on automation here, then here I have the Chatbase answer. So like we're sending a flow here, that flow is the Chatbase answer flow. And what we do here is we're going to display the answer of Chatbase, and then we're going to ask, does this answer your question? And that's very important. You always want to ask if it answered their question because you want to ensure a good customer experience. So if they say yes, thank you, then we're going to say, okay, awesome. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask them here. And if they say no, I need help, then I say no problem. One of our agents will contact you as soon as possible. And then we do the same. So we mark the conversation as open and we assign the conversation to one specific person. So that's it. That's how you can add AI to your WhatsApp chatbot. And again, I have a step-by-step tutorial on how you can create the integration between Manychat and Chatbase via Make. So I highly recommend checking that out. So now that we created our complete WhatsApp chatbot with a greeting message and AI, let's look how this looks on WhatsApp. So now I am on WhatsApp and I can just type in, hey. And then it says, hey, I'm the digital assistant of e-commerce biz. I will try to answer your question. What is your question about? Then I can say return policy. Then it says at e-commerce biz, you will always have the option. Okay, so that's working. Then we can also click on order status. So then it says to look up the status of your order, I need your email address and order number. So what is your email? So that's info@chatamize.com. Then what is your order number? So we can just grab a random order number. Then it says, thank you, one of your agents will contact you as soon as possible about the status of your order. And then if we go to Manychat, we actually can go to the live chat here, and then here it will appear. So here it will says, thank you, one of our agents will contact you. And we can pass the automation. So now the automation is passed, and now the live chat agent can actually take over. So for example, I can say, hey there, the status of your order is that it is at the delivery location. Then we can click on send WhatsApp. I don't want to have notifications. And then here it says, hey there, the status of your order is the delivery location. Then we say, okay, thank you. And then that's fine. So now it is completely done. We can basically set the pause automation. We can remove that. And we can mark the conversation as closed, and now the chatbot will take over again. So now we can type in any other question, and that will trigger our AI integration. So I, for example, can say, what are your delivery times? Then it says, if you created an order before 3 o'clock, it will be shipped from our warehouse within 2 business days. Then I can say, okay, how can I track my order? Yes, you can track your order. When your order is shipped from a warehouse, you get a track and trace link. Okay, then I can say, okay, what are your warranty conditions? Then it says, if your product is broken within 8 weeks of ordering it, you will get a full refund. So as you can see, we just created an AI WhatsApp chatbot without writing any code. And there's actually much more that we can do. So for example, we can also send promotional messages with our WhatsApp chatbot. So if you're interested in that, I also have a video on that as well, which will also appear probably over here. And I will also add the link in the description. And if you want to get more familiar with using Manychat, I actually have a complete beginner course for Manychat for WhatsApp. And I also added the link to the description as well. But that's it. If you enjoyed the video, please like it and subscribe to my channel. And as always, if you have any questions on creating AI WhatsApp chatbots or on using Manychat, Chatbase or Make, please leave a comment below and I will reply as soon as possible.